Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You are now tuned into the Wave Runners podcast. My name is Bird. Follow me on Instagram at Bird is the word.
And that's the Finesse King himself. You can follow me on Instagram at Finesse Snipes. You're now tuned in to episode 6 of the Wave Runners. We're back.
Yes, sir.
You feel me?
For the well-needed conversation.
Yes, sir.
Lots been going on that we got to touch bases on.
We got to. It's been so much going on around us. The unfortunate killing of George Floyd has pretty much caused the outrage across not even just the America or just our city or state.
Everywhere.
I've seen stuff, protesting in the UK,
That's
so
good.
it's a lot going on. We kind of just want to touch base on that and just dig into that a little bit,
Right.
Enough
is enough type stuff. Like, it's happening everywhere.
Everywhere.
And in a lot of places. Some places are worse than others. But
Guaranteed.
in LA, I just came back from LA, and it's crazy out there. It's a lot of looting going on. Looting, right? That's how you say it? Looting going on. But there's a lot of peaceful stuff as well. But in states like that, they already had problems with cops, and enough is enough in a sense.
Guaranteed.
You know what I mean? Like,
So-
even in New York and places like that.
Down to Delaware, Like I've even been a victim of,
Yeah.
like some sort of, what is it? Excessive
Force,
profiling. Force, or definitely guaranteed profiling, excessive
profiling.
force,
For me.
all of that. So what's your take on, how do you feel about everything that's going on as far as the protesting turning into rioting, turning into looting?
Right. So me, when it comes to the protesting, I feel like it's needed. I feel like we got to have a voice. We got to step out there. We got to let them know, okay, enough is enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's been enough. But right now, this is the last straw. Like, we're not going for it. We need people with power, people with a powerful voice
Right.
in a community or even in this nation that can actually amplify what we're trying to portray rather than just allowing it or just staying silent. Because when you're silent, it's like agreeing with it.
Guaranteed.
It's making it okay.
If you don't stand for something, you fall for
Yeah.
anything. And not even just that, if you don't say something about an injustice, like I feel like you're damn near part of the problem. You know what I mean?
Correct. But see, it's going from protesting, which is silent protesting, and I like it because it's all walks joining in on this protest. It's not just African American people.
It's
all
white,
races,
Chinese, Spanish,
everybody.
yeah.
Even some police are even saying, I agree with what y'all
I've seen
saying.
some of that as well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when it's going from protesting to now rioting to looting, it's like, are y'all getting away from what's really going on?
What's actually going on? Yeah, I actually so I was in the city when some of the stuff was going down, and I'm there trying to help my cousin. She has a business or whatever. She sells food and stuff like that. So I'm there trying to help her. She had no idea that the protest was supposed to be going down. So I'm there trying to help her with her orders and stuff like that. Like whenever any of my friends, family, or whatever does anything business, like I'd like to go there and help. Go there, doing whatever, and we hear a bunch of stuff out the window. So we looking, and you know what I mean? Like I knew that the protest was going down. She didn't know. But then it went from that to them setting fires to trash cans to breaking into a bunch of different local stores that we all shop at, go to, pharmacies, grocery stores, clothing stores.
Oh, you knew the pharmacies was getting broken into.
Yeah. Facts. We're trying to make some money.
About that.
But it went from the protesting where earlier in the day I seen, a lot of people that look like us, the brown people, together with some others, you know what I'm saying? Some of the white people and stuff like that came out to support, which is all appreciated. You know what I mean? You seen people dancing, people had their signs, people was, having different dialogue, protesting, speaking about the deaths of not just George, but also everybody else that, it's been
down to Trayvon Martin.
It's been countless, back to Rodney King, it's been countless killings, abuse, excessive force, all that, you know what I mean? So that was nice to see that. And then it transitioned into the looting, destroying the city that you live in.
Yeah, that's what doesn't make sense.
And not even just that. You know what my biggest issue was, being honest? My biggest issue was the black-owned businesses, the mom-and-pop businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like you're running into these corner stores that everybody around,
Right.
people who don't have a car, to drive to the next store, who
Right.
have no choice but to walk. You're breaking into those stores and destroying those stores.
Right.
You're
They stopping jobs for the individuals in their own community.
You're stopping jobs for the individuals in your community. If you, and I'm not recommending this, but if you were to riot and you want to prove a point and you're angry, which I understand because I'm angry as well.
Right.
why do that in your own community that's primarily black and brown? Why would you do that? Why would you not go to the other community that's causing the issue? You know what I mean?
And then yesterday was the anniversary of like the demise of Black Wall Street, when they went and burnt down Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
And it's like, dang, okay, so supremacists did that, white supremacists. Yeah. And now we
are doing it to ourselves. Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Like, it's a black owned business, let it be.
Yeah.
Let that be.
Yeah.
Some people are taking this, instead of being trying to be a voice, now they being opportunists.
Yeah.
Now they like, oh, I got an opportunity now.
To get a new pair of Nikes.
Let me go get in Dior. Like, by all means, y'all, if these individuals who are, I guess, the bigger corporations, and the reason why I started when they
like the Dior's,
Target and stuff like that.
The Dior's and the Targets.
It is.
I'm not gonna lie. And this is just my personal opinion. My soft spot, my sensitive spot with it is the black owned businesses, the mom and pop shops. I don't condone you doing any of it. However, that's my soft spot. The Dior's, the Gucci's, listen. You know what I'm saying? My Instagram is Finesse Snipes. If you got any Dior, you got any Gucci, you know what I'm saying? You hit up KOP, you know what I'm saying? Lennox Mall, any of that, hit me up, you know what I'm saying? I'll pay the tag. But so like those places I don't condone, but I feel like.
But a Dior and all them. But then that's when people were saying things such as insurance. But they saying it in a sense of even these black owned businesses. Oh, they got insurance. But the thing with it is think about it like your car. I might got insurance for my car and I get in an accident. I still got to pay the deductible.
Yeah.
These people haven't been working, or business haven't been open for X, Y, and Z amount of time. What if they don't even have that money? They're already going through a stressful time, and now you just put more on them.
And not even just that, but when you also think about it as far as like outside of just the deductible, if you know anything about insurance, if you know anything about insurance, you know that doesn't cover a total loss all the time. Some people have actual cash value. A lesson on actual cash value, I could buy this stand today. You feel me? I could buy the stand today for $100. A week later, something happens to this stand, and they can say, oh, that stand is only worth $2.
Depreciated.
It depreciated. So I'm going to give you the actual cash value of what that was and give you $2. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like they're going to come back better, or not everyone.
More
you know what I'm saying?
Now they can just, oh, you can get the store you always wanted. I was trying to help you.
It's not like that. You know what I mean? And I just think that we got to be smarter and be bigger than that, and be, you know what I mean, and not be ignorant. I think that we're a beautiful race. We're very smart, very intelligent, have the capability of sticking together. And I think that by doing the looting and the destroying of your own community just shows.
It's not going to eliminate racism.
It's not going to eliminate anything, and it just looks like aimless anger. Like you like, you know what I'm saying? It just looks like aimless. Like you don't even have a.
What's the purpose? What's the outcome you want?
Exactly.
From it all?
You know what I'm saying? If you do all Targets, all Walmart, you do Gucci. You could say, oh, Gucci did blackface. Burberry did some blackface. They did little funny shit.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? You do that. All right, cool. These big corporations, but when you start doing it in your own community, it's aimless, and I personally don't support it.
Yeah,
and I don't care what anybody has to say.
I want everybody to just come together, have a voice, have a purpose behind what you're doing. And then we can move forward.
Yeah, guaranteed.
But if we ain't doing it like that, they looking at us like, okay, this is what we expected them to do. They ain't doing nothing different. But then you start to think, how many times have people been silent? How many times have they tried the quiet protest, and what happens? Has any change come from it? So at that point,
what else do you have to do? So, and I agree with that. That's why I say that the whole rioting situation, again, I don't condone it. I'm not going to be part of that because I got shit to lose. I got to, you know what I mean? I got to see. But I agree. Like, you feel me? If when they, I seen a post on Instagram. It said, "I bet they wish that we was kneeling." You know what I'm saying? So I feel you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I bet niggas wish we was just kneeling now. Right. So I'm not against that. I'm not against it. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get your point across. That's like a person on the street. If you tell somebody, you give them a warning, you ask them to respect you, whatever situation is, they don't respect you. At that point, you might have to fucking up, like, you know what I'm saying, like to get your point across. But at the same time, my biggest thing, again,
just the black-owned businesses.
Black-owned businesses, leave them out of it. The people in your community, you know what I'm saying, just be mindful of those type of situations. That's all. That's all.
But it's crazy when you see, the police officer at the AutoZone breaking the windows out. Or what if it's these other individuals disguising to be a part of Black Lives Matter and what's going on, when really you out there just doing it to cause more havoc, to then put it on the black
on us to make us look worse.
When really you could be in white supremacists. And you like, let me disguise in here and mess all this shit up.
There was a video of a black woman, basically checking. It was these two white people, two Caucasian people who were basically spraying Black Lives Matter all over these buildings.
Right.
But this was when they were doing the peaceful protesting, and she had an issue with it because she said, "Listen, we didn't come here for that." You know what I'm saying? Not saying like, you know what I mean? There was other people who was like on that wave, but she was like, this is a peaceful protest. They're not going to try to have us out here looking like animals and looking like, you know what I mean? We can't speak. We can't express ourselves.
Right.
We can't protest, which is expressing basically your dislike or
discomfort with that situation.
Of that situation.
And
you know what I'm saying? Your objection to a situation.
And the riot.
And the rioting is actually a violent disturbance of peace. So she said, we came here to protest. We didn't come here for that. And then not even just that, you got privilege. You feel me? You're not one of us. So you don't do anything that we don't ask you to do. Yeah. So we didn't ask you to go fuck that up. So don't do it. You feel me? That's not what we're here for.
It was crazy even seeing the picture when it was like all the Caucasian individuals between all the black people and the Caucasian individuals, then the police officers. That was just showing y'all wouldn't fuck with us. Y'all not about to come run through us, but y'all come fuck with them.
Shout out to them.
They tried to show the power of fucking white privilege.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, man.
And I would personally like to say thank you for all of the white people, I guess, that actually took that and took their white privilege and used it for good to help out us. You know what I mean?
Right. Because you can't be ignorant to it. Even a Caucasian person can't be ignorant to think that there's no such thing.
Oh, they can be ignorant because it's a lot.
But I'm saying it is individuals who think it isn't a thing, but it is. Like,
I wish I knew the doctor's name. It was this lady. She was what the fuck was her name? I'm not gonna remember her name, but she did like an experiment, and there was an auditorium full of people. And she basically said, like, everyone raise your hand if you think that black people and white people get treated differently. Right? And you know what I'm saying? Nobody raised their hand like, we don't think that everybody equal, right. You feel me? Then she said, raise your hand if you would like to be, she either said like treated like a black person in America or if you would like to be a black person in America, something to that. Like stand up. Like
right.
Everybody sat the fuck down. Y'all know what's going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just try to tell
ain't nobody dumb.
You feel me? It is what it is. But again, you know what I'm saying? Just take care of home, take care of your community. You know what I'm saying? It's certain kids out here that don't have a choice but to go to that corner store and get food or get whatever the situation is. Just be mindful of that, or go to that pharmacy. Somebody may need insulin or whatever. Your grandma may need insulin. You know what I mean? You wouldn't want nobody doing that to the Rite Aid around the corner from your mama. You feel me? So
now she can't get it.
Yeah. So let's just all be responsible. Let's definitely, most importantly, have our voice be heard. Like, we don't want them to just say, oh, these niggas don't know how to act. Like, we not gonna pay attention to nothing. Even though honestly, I think that's probably not what's gonna happen, because y'all gonna have to pay attention to some shit now.
They gonna pay attention now.
But yeah, I just like the educated, verbal expression part of it. The violent part of it, shit that has to go down, but just not to our own kind. That's all. Just be aimed with your.
Because our objective is to make sure these cops get prosecuted, all of them.
So speaking of the prosecution, right? Do you feel like, what was his name?
His name is Derek Chauvin.
Right. He got charged with 3rd-degree murder and manslaughter. Do you think that he should have got 1st degree, 2nd degree, or 3rd degree? Some people were saying that he shouldn't have got 3rd-degree murder, that he should have got
like a 2nd degree.
Like a 2nd degree murder.
But see the difference, right? So you got to understand the difference of a 1st degree, 2nd degree, and 3rd degree. A 1st degree murder, that individual. That's intent. So you premeditated.
You
like, all right.
Versus intent.
Premeditated. Today is Wednesday. Let me go
get some shit to tie you up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drive across state
and I'm gonna get this done. Yeah. So I can't say that happened. He didn't go out in the morning and say, let me just go kill this guy.
2nd degree murder.
2nd degree murder is the individual who it was not premeditated,
but it was intentional.
In that moment, it was intentional.
Okay.
So I mean, he was just like, you know what? Kill this guy.
Some shit going down. You're dead.
It's going. Yeah.
You're dead.
Nah, but see, and then 3rd degree is it wasn't.
It wasn't intentional.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
But
what's your take on it? You think that 2nd degree? A lot of people said that. Do you agree with that?
It can be 2nd degree because he's clearly telling you he can't breathe. Like, get up. All these people telling you gonna kill him. Get up, get up. So you knowledgeable and you know that you're creating excessive force. Get up.
Unpopular opinion. I disagree.
So
because everybody was saying that.
So do you think that third?
Yeah, I personally think third. A lot of people agree with what you're saying. Like, they definitely think that it was second-degree murder. Obviously, with second-degree murder, it's a worse sentence and everything like that. But I personally just not, I don't even want to say being fair, because honestly, he could get first-degree murder. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I wouldn't give a fuck. But just by
throw him under the jail.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You could throw him under the jail. You can give him the exit, you know what I mean? The death penalty, I wouldn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He deserves what he get because we've been through this too long. Yeah. However, if you look at the definitions and we look at what's going on,
it is third.
It's third-degree murder. You feel me? At the end of the day, like, I don't think that it was his intent to kill this man.
But he did.
I don't think that it was his intent. I think that in that moment when he had his knee on his neck, it was one of those, like, nigga, you uncomfortable, you hurting, you in pain. I don't give a fuck what you gonna do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Whatever. Yeah, I'm using excessive force. Just reckless. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But see, it's crazy because if it's not even in protocol, what are you doing it for? At that point, do you know what you're doing? Are you knowledgeable of what you are doing, though? Do you know he gonna either pass out? Is your intent to make him pass out? Is your intent? Because if it's two other cops on his body, his leg and his body, what is your purpose on his neck? Like, what's he supposed to?
Yeah, I think.
What's he supposed to do with his neck?
I got two sides of that, because I feel like personally, one side of it is that I think y'all just get used to just having fun with it. Like, we gonna fuck you up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think about when you kids, you used to go around fighting and shit just for no reason. Like, I think that cops have that, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, half of them got bullied all their life. Half of them are losers outside.
Policing in areas they never grew up in.
You police in areas you never grew up in, that you don't understand. You know what I'm saying? You don't know any of these people, so you don't know how they communicate, how they talk, how they act, why they're doing what they're doing, or anything like that. And then I also think that y'all just have fun just being able to do some of this stuff because it gives you a little bit of a rush. Right. But I also feel that some of them are, I don't want to say underprepared. I don't know that I want to say underprepared, but I feel like some of them, underprepared, or I don't, maybe not as educated on the field as they should be, because a lot of them, I think, go into the situation and get scared. They freeze up. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like I didn't think this was really going to happen.
Yeah, like, I didn't think shit was going to get real. Like, I put on this badge, and I don't think it's that in this situation, because I didn't see any resistance of arrest. I didn't see him being violent or anything like that. But in some of these cases, I think that they get into situations that you're not built for. You're not built for it. You're not prepared for it. You don't know how it's going to go down. And honestly, you shouldn't have that badge on because, again, you're not built for that.
And the crazy part is, though,
in some of the other cases, when I talking about the George Floyd, because that was just straight bullshit.
Because we can't go into depth on both. We can. The objective is to get an officer up here to have their perspective and really see. Yeah. Because he already had prior incidents. And nothing happened.
Yeah, it was several people
like
that died.
12 incidents, a shooting of some. So we definitely had to get somebody up here to be able to talk to them, get their perspective on it, because it's like.
And see what their thought process is.
Yeah, like what should, I don't know, man.
That's crazy.
It's a wild subject.
Yo, did you hold on, wait. Did you see the fucking the bull from Chicago that stole the horse? The cop horse and was riding down the street. Listen.
People taking it to the extreme.
Yo, y'all are out of pocket. It was a picture. I don't even know if this shit was real or not, but it was a picture. They was like, yo, they got into the Philadelphia Zoo, and there was a lion walking down the street.
People, they said, y'all want to act like this don't matter? We gonna set Lion King off of this motherfucker.
Facts, I'm gonna ride this motherfucker down the block real quick. Fuck you talking about?
You take a horse, bro.
Yo, that's out of pocket. How did you get the horse?
What you gonna do with the horse afterwards?
Like, first of all, where was the officer on the horse? Did you like crack him off the?
Like, how did you get the horse?
Because I've never seen the cop horse without the officer with it.
Like on it. Or beside it. So.
Riding the horse down the John, out of pocket.
People was driving rigs. I seen people driving.
Going
up to Mercedes dealerships.
The people that we see some of them hitting the rigs into the Mercedes dealership, setting some of the cars on fire. You seen the boy that stole the wheel out the Mercedes?
Out the darn thing.
Yeah.
People not caring. They just having as much fun as they can with it all now.
I ain't gonna lie, I did laugh at some of that. Like some of that shit is funny.
So, yeah, you can make light of any
riding down the street like Django. You feel me? Like that. That's funny.
He said, "Follow me. I'ma lead the parade." Start the riot off that way.
You know what I mean? But
that's how I get, man. People,
that's how I go.
People having fun with it. People doing whatever. Just I don't know, to be a part.
Yeah.
To be a part of
that. That part of it was funny. That part was funny. That just popped in my brain. My bad.
And then some messed up stuff, right? Which I could say is the mayor, one of the mayors of Mississippi, a mayor of Mississippi, said that he does not believe that anything was wrong with the situation, how it transpired. His statement, and he's under fire now. His statement is, if you can breathe, if you can
say I can't breathe, then you can breathe. If you could talk, you can breathe.
That he must have died of an overdose or a heart attack.
An overdose or a heart attack.
That's an insensitive statement.
First of all, not even just insensitive, because a lot of people, and him and Trump is great for this.
He said, "You want to get the loot, and I'm gonna get the shooting."
Which is a quote from, and I hope that I'm accurate when I say this, but I think it was a lieutenant in Miami, if I'm correct. I'm gonna fact check that, but I think that it was in Miami. And he was racist. He was a known racist. You know what I'm saying? He was saying like, oh, over 85% of crime is from Negroes and da-da-da-da. Like he was like an openly racist person, and you quoted this person in the same tweet that was basically saying, you know, let's not let George Floyd's death go, you know what I mean, in vain with all of the loot.
Let's not
and
dishonor
stuff like
his death, but it shouldn't be any death to honor. Like he shouldn't even be dead.
Right. So what was I saying? The other thing that was messed up about the statement was basically I feel like it's like a lot of if you're ignorant to it, not saying that, you know, in a rude way, but ignorant just means lack of knowledge.
Right.
If you don't know, then you don't know. Basically, when you're saying a heart attack
or
overdose, primarily black people, you know what I mean, we have heart attacks because of how we eat and things like that, and that's just something that's more prone to us. And then an overdose, you're saying that why?
Yeah.
Why an overdose or why a heart attack? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why couldn't he just have fucking died because Bull's knee was on his neck?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why couldn't it be that? You know what I mean?
It had to be that you standing with him.
Yeah,
it had nothing to do with that situation.
Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes if you don't got nothing to do with that,
shut the fuck up and sit back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're not gonna say nothing to
uplift the situation,
uplifting or it's respectful in the situation, just don't say anything at all.
Especially because it's a life taken.
Yeah, another life taken. It's not just one life taken. This shit has happened a million times. Like, it's more people's names than we could count, than we could remember. Like, it's not okay. So I think if you don't have anything respectful to say, anything to uplift the community as a whole,
right,
and not just one side, shut the fuck up, don't say nothing.
But the positive thing is Mayor Bottoms in Atlanta, when the stuff happened with the two teens, when the cops came up to the car and basically broke the window out, hitting on a window, tased the little girl, tased the guy.
So basically after all of the protesting, the rioting, they basically put a curfew on. And I guess these two teens were out after curfew. They ran down on the car. So from what I read, I didn't see it in the video, but they popped the tires. That's what I read. But from the video, you see them run up to the car. It was probably 3 to 5 seconds of them yelling at them before the cop bust out the window.
She was saying, "I'm getting out."
Yeah,
he trying to get out.
They're tasing them, all types of stuff. Like, and it's like we're in this situation. First of all, we have the curfew is set because of the rioting and the protesting. The protesting and the rioting is because another black life was taken at the hands of people in uniform, and then now people in uniform in turn are again still using excessive force.
But like, Mayor Bottoms, thank you. Mm-hmm. She made it so that 2 of them are already fired, and they're working on the rest. The other ones are on desk duty right now, but the rest need to get fired.
They need to be fired as well, and they need to be fired as well. Get them out of here. Yeah, get them the fuck up out of here.
When you condone it, when you didn't stop individuals from doing stuff, you condone it. You saying it's okay in that moment. You should be like, whoa, wait, because there are cops that you see that are I mean, telling people, all right, I'm with you. We just need you to do it X, Y, and Z
I've
way.
seen cops walk with people holding signs, the Black Lives Matter signs. I've seen people,
Taking a knee.
cops taking a knee. I've seen cops. It was a cop that was doing right by the community that was protesting. So the community did right by the cop, where they was blocking the cop when there were some of the people that was trying to riot, trying to get to them. They was blocking them like, nah, he cool. Then we've seen some cops basically say outright, no, that shit wasn't right. Like, that shit wasn't cool. That's not in our procedure. That's not, you know what I mean,
That's
what we were
not
trained
how
to
it's
do.
supposed to go.
Down to when they were arresting somebody else, and again, another cop had his
Put the
knee
knee on
on the guy's neck, and the cop seen it, you know what I'm saying, and pulled his knee off of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's supposed to, at the end of the day,
that's how it's supposed
if
to
you
go.
on the force with somebody,
You
that should
have
be
that
your bro.
responsibility.
You should be cognitive of their well-being and the individual's well-being.
Absolutely.
So you should think like, in a sense, this my bro. Let me not let him get into no fucked up ass situation. Bro, you doing too much.
And then not even just that, my job as an officer is to serve and protect the community.
Correct.
They get it fucked up, but your job is, and we'll get into that on a later date, but your job is to serve and protect the community. Not to
destroy.
not destroy, not to fuck us up, not to
then
have your
people
knee
are
on our neck,
scared.
killing us, you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah. The people end up being scared, and I shouldn't be scared of a police officer.
My son said that to me the other day. We were driving somewhere, we were getting out the car, and he seen a cop, and I'm like, he was like, oh, the cops are here. I'm like, all right, so what? Like, you know what I mean? Whatever. He was like, oh, well, I'm scared. And I'm like, you scared for what? Like, why you scared? And he was like, well, I seen on the news that cops were killing people, killing black people. As a parent,
That hurt.
and as a parent, and then what do you say back to that? Because you can't disagree. You can't say, oh, no. That's not happening. Yes, it's absolutely happening. I can't say, oh, you don't got to worry about that, because I can't even say.
As a black boy in America, you have to worry about that.
As a black boy in America, you have to worry about that. But then even as a black man in America, you can't even tell your kid, like, you ain't got to worry about that because I got you.
Because
they'll kill me first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
you got to bring him up to be knowledgeable on what's going on, what can't happen, because it might be happening in our generation, but it's trickling down.
Yeah.
The meaning of these protests and all that is to try to eliminate it as much as possible, which is great. But the reality is, what if it don't?
What if
you gotta be prepared?
Yeah, and you gotta.
They trying to start a damn civil war out here, like a revolt out here.
For
like,
real.
What's going on?
For real, exactly. Yeah.
And that is scary that you can't even give your son the answer you would love to give him.
Yeah, because I haven't been obviously in no situation close to George Floyd's or any of these people, but I've been a victim of excessive force. You know what I'm saying, or police brutality or whatever. I remember we was younger, right? And what was that shit called? I can't remember the name of the club, but it like
Edge. Club Quest.
It wasn't Quest. It wasn't Quest.
Edge.
It might have been Edge. But they changed the name a million times, right?
Probably. Oh, you talking about like Taste the Asia and Taste the India. Mystique. It was on Kirkwood Highway.
Nah, it was a joint over there off of Philly Pike, next to the dealerships. And they're like right around the corner from Grotto's.
You talking about
it used to be like the Drunken Monkey and all that. I can't remember, but anyway, we went there. Party was jumping. Party was lit. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? We having a good time. I think Glasgow and Penn had gotten into a little scuffle. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, you know, we had a little beef with them back. This was in high school. They had gotten into a little scuffle. They got kicked out. Party kept going. Party was lit. And the cops came and they shut down the party. They came into a party of teenagers. You got to remember, we are teenagers. I was in 10th grade, so I'm like 15, 16, something like that. Right. Came in spraying mace in the air with a bunch of black teens, like, you know what I mean? Spraying mace in the air, a bunch of kids. Brought in dogs, you know what I'm saying? Scared everybody to get bit by the dog. Was pushing us out, like pushing us into places. The party promoter, we knew the party promoter. So the party promoters and his wife came up to me and the people I was with. They was like, yo, get in the ticket booth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, until everything's okay, because it was getting wild outside. There was a bunch of shit going on. We go in there so that, to make sure that we straight or whatever situation is, because it was getting crazy. Guns was being pulled out, all types of shit. Cops. So we got craziness coming this way, craziness coming that way. You feel me? So they're like, oh, get over here, like, you know what I mean, until everything's cool, because everybody's choking and all this shit. Cop dogs is in the building. And the cops came, pulled us out, get the fuck out, like, basically, you know what I'm saying, pushing us. And like he kept pushing me, and that's one of my pet peeves. Like I think from my mom, because my mom used to do like something where she kept. So he's like pushing me on my shoulder, and I'm like, dog, like I'm walking, like what, like why do you keep touching me? Like you feel me? Like stop touching me, bro. Like you know what I mean? And he did it again. So like you know what I mean? I was like, dog, stop touching me. This nigga took the nightstick and hit me in my back. I was at the top of the steps. Thank God my bro was at the bottom of the steps. The nigga took the nightstick, hit me in my back. I flew down the steps. That nigga hit me so hard. I wasn't even expecting. I flew down the steps, and my bro luckily was at the bottom
to catch you.
So I I basically fell on him. He kind of caught me, and like you know what I mean. So I ain't like just hit the cement. Like,
what the?
And then I still ended up getting locked up that night. When I walked up, I was walking up the street to the car. They were walking past, messing with everybody, flashing the floodlights in your face. I'm like, yo, get the light out my face. Like you know, at this point I'm pissed. I can hit my back with a nightstick, all types of shit. They had the floodlight in my face. I yelled, get the light out my face. They swerve over. What you say? Jumped out, smacked my phone out my hand, threw me on the car, did all types of shit, arrested me. Yeah.
Oh, no. Mine's was...
It was the Red Bull.
Probably not.
It was when you stole the Red Bull?
No.
When he stole that Red Bull,
like
should have got your ass.
I didn't like that. I didn't like... He was on some shit, too. But, nah, I got in an accident on one of these roads. I get in an accident. Cops take a while to get there. The cops end up coming. I'm like laid out in the seat. They come, they get me out of the car. They like, everything all right? I'm like, yeah, I don't know, like all the airbags deployed and all that stuff. They was like, well, you look drunk. Come with us. I'm like, but I want to go in an ambulance. No, you come. I'm like, I want to go in an ambulance.
Like I'm laid out, I'm fucked up.
Like, well, you look. Why are you not as responsive? And I'm like, yo, all the airbags in the car just deployed. Like I just got in an accident, T-bone type accident. Like I wake up and I'm in front of the tree like this, the car. They take me to the police station instead, but luckily I got these long ass arms. Phone was probably like in my back pocket. Straight reach back there, take it out, call my mom. I'm like, Mom, I'm going to the police station. I'm gonna need you to come get me. X, Y, and Z, but mind you, they in the front, they still driving, so they can't just pull over with her. I get out the car, I still have the phone in my hand. I'm not about to just drop the phone. They like drop it. I'm like, I'm not dropping my phone. Bull Street snapped my fucking finger back, broke my wrist.
Oh shit.
Put me in a holding cell, cause then they like never asked me like take a breathalyzer or no shit like that. I'm in a holding cell. I'm like, yo, I want to leave. They telling my mom, oh, he want to go to the hospital, so we holding him, waiting for the ambulance to come. But whole time, that wasn't the situation. They waited until like a paramedic or someone, a phlebotomist comes to take my blood. But I'm like, what? Straight strap me down, hold me down to take this blood. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Are they able to do that?
And then if you don't they can strap you to a bed if you're in a hospital or something. But mind you, I wanted to go to the hospital from the jump. Why didn't I get to go to the hospital? Why did this black kid gotta go sit in the back of a cop car? I just got in an accident. Y'all telling me all this just to see. I don't know. I guess they must have thought I was drunk or something like that. You know what I mean? But all the excessive force to that point, I'm like telling them, I'm in pain. Nobody comes. And then once my mom came, they didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't charge me with anything. Nothing went on to the point that they should have just released me to her. Well, why? They just kept me there because they wanted to draw that blood. They wanted to do all this extra shit. And the crazy part, it was a black cop who did that to me. Like, choked me. Mind you, at this time, I was probably like 120 something. Choked me against the wall after he snapped the phone. I'm like, yo, what is going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like it. And then when I go to court, they say, oh, the cameras in the back of the police station wasn't working. The police station cameras ain't working? How the fuck is that possible?
That's crazy.
All the cars coming in here. This is where all the cars got parked. So I had too many run-ins. Pull over. How you get this car? What do you mean how I get this car? I worked for it. What do you do? I'm like, I don't even have to answer all these questions.
I've had them fuck with me, put me in the back of the cop car, take me to the station, and then let me out and tell me you gotta walk back to your car. How the fuck you tell me I'm under arrest? Pull me into the station because you know it's some bullshit. You know it's bullshit. Tell me I'm under arrest, and then tell me, all right, you gotta walk back to your will.
Yeah, bro.
I've had a million of those.
I just hope people staying safe because the shit people doing, they're gonna run into these cops, and you gotta know that if you gonna do this shit that people out here doing, you better be about that work. Them consequences, because the individuals, our grandparents, great grandparents, they went out there, they might have did protests or riots or whatever, but they was about that action. Like whatever came with it, they was prepared for it. A lot of people doing stuff and they not even prepared properly for it. They going out for protests. They don't even have no book bag full of water, milk in case you get pepper sprayed, sneakers. Y'all out here in sandals, looking wild. They don't got no mask on. Shit, COVID-19 ain't died yet.
Going.
You know what I'm saying?
And I seen a lot. I was saying that too. I'm like, bro, y'all niggas need to have this damn mask on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then they're running in the stores. They not even masked.
Not
condoning the stealing, right? But this is the time where you gonna get away with this shit. You can have a hat on and a mask, and that shit don't matter.
Just cover half.
You in there like this,
make sure your license plate's covered
with the fucking shoe boxes turned up. I got a washer and dryer. I see somebody pushing a washer and dryer.
Drive down the street. I see that joint.
Like people just wilding, and I don't think they being like fully smart about it. Like if you're gonna do it, do the right thing with it, and
be smart. Sell some of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Again, my Instagram is Finessely Snipes. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I wear a size 10.5. Y'all know I like the drip. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Niggas. Actually, so I seen that they ran an Icebox in Atlanta or whatever. So they got all the timepieces and all that. But then Icebox responded and was like, nah, that was just for display. That wasn't even the real Jones. Like they couldn't get into the ball. Pissed. I knew I was gonna find a motherfucker.
Oh man. The jewelry store up here got hit too.
Oh, did it?
It's a lot of shit happening.
Finessely Snipes.
But in all, what would you try to say to the individuals? They out here, they doing this just being smart?
Yeah, I would say be smart. I think that my takeaway, how to stay ahead of the wave. Again, my pain point, honestly, is the mom and pop stores, the places in your community that you and your neighbors have to go to every day. Let's protect them. You know what I'm saying? Like They look out for us. The ones that do look out for us, let's look out for them the same. And obviously, black businesses should be off limits. And understand that, throw that whole logic of, it's insured, it can be replaced. That's not how the shit works. And if you've obviously never had an insurance claim outside of some bullshit, like, you know what I'm saying? If that's how you think it works.
And some of them don't even got insurance.
Facts. You know
Individuals in America
don't even know how it works. You know what I mean? Educate yourself. But that's my biggest thing. Just making sure that we're protecting our brothers, our sisters, our moms, our fathers, our grandparents, our children, just our community as a whole, and making sure that we're doing our part to push the agenda forward and not set us back again. You know what I'm saying?
Don't have people looking at us crazy.
Yeah. What's your joint?
I just want everybody to be smart. If you're going to go out and protest, the riots and all that, be prepared, like I said, for whatever may come.
Water, milk.
So have your gear ready. Have your mindset. If I go to jail, I'm not about to be calling my mom and dad crying like I didn't know this was a potential reaction to all my actions. Yeah. So you better be prepared for what's coming. Or sit your ass home and figure out another way that you can help push the agenda. If that ain't you.
Because there's other ways.
Yeah, if that ain't you, what we doing now with this podcast and bringing awareness to it, because it needs to be on every platform, period, is a way of us pushing the agenda.
Yeah.
It's making people who sitting at home, I ain't gonna watch this, I ain't gonna do. Nah, let me tell you what's really going on. Let me talk to my friends that are white and let them know what's going on. And the standpoint from a black individual, and I wanna hear theirs. You know what I'm saying? But that's the takeaway. I want people to just be knowledgeable, safe, and just be ready for them consequences. If they are to come, be ready for it. Stand for your cause. That's all the way through. That's seeing it through.
And Black Lives Matter, man.
Black Lives matter.
Black lives definitely matter. You know what I'm saying?